There we go. Super activated day in the land of the living. Forgives and forgets. Dancing underwater just didn't get wet.
Thrive on water and good news. Rare before 4:30 didn't hit the snooze. Frankincense and myrrh oil sets the mood. All praise the most holy, blessing is food. Space time to waste, no, that isn't cool. Broken dudes, so confused. Pick and choose, love you wanna schmooze.
Very enthused about the children with gardening tools. 21st century, nothing to lose in a groove. Very amused, show love, rare don't refuse. I'm gonna do all this after the fact. The first live stream. Just getting started. So we have on the screen today. Just playing a little bit of music, relaxing. Let you guys get a listen to these projects that just started.
FaceTime playmakers never do we force it. Way rare form ride.
Whack 'em C's car sick. Dime sector rhyme right with a ball hit.
Music bumping, thumping, bass sliding, it's so oil slick. Dom was out of town when he got word his homeboy slipped. Super activated beats make the motherboard skip.
Mental issues. Whack 'em C's sick.
Dime careful for nothing, so tell them play at their own risk. Build something interesting, that's the move. Mic set nice, 10 negative decibels. Prison grade memories, granted single to the top. Product value, consumer behavior is hot. This really crazy big thing, let's talk beats, doc. Methodology to be sound, we on the clock. Land of the living, woke up free. Freestyle my first verse about 16. But we was like 12 when we jumped off that stoop. Water in the mulberry, getting low fruit. One space, time to live, that's what it do. Patience and resolve, y'all, we going off the noose. Build something interesting, that's the move. Mic set nice, 10 negative decibels. Prison grade memories, granted single to the top. Product value, consumer behavior is hot. This really crazy big thing, let's talk beats, doc. Methodology to be sound, we on the clock. Prison grade memories, granted single to the top. Product value, consumer behavior is hot. This really crazy big thing, let's talk beats, doc. Methodology to be sound, we on the clock. Build something interesting, that's the move. Mic set nice, 10 negative decibels. Build something interesting, that's the move. Mic set nice, 10 negative decibels. FaceTime playmakers never do we force it. Way rare form ride, whack 'em C's car sick. Dime set the rhyme right with a bar hit. Music bumping, thumping, bass sliding, it's so oil slick. Dom was out of town when he got word his homeboy slipped. Super activated beats make the motherboard skip. Mental issues, whack 'em C sick. Dime careful for nothing, so tell them play at their own risk. Forgotten sunsets and Santa Cruz. Way over the edge, love provided the shoes. Reading Archimedes in the seed of Syracuse. Rare form right spheres, cubes, and light tubes. On purpose, given the glue, loafers and boots. New styles introduced, get them some troops. Complex made simple, the reasons to do. Most High will verify the rags are truth. Patience and resolve, heaven high absolute. Godhead understanding put to wise use. Rareformdome, peace in. Delta MD-88 jet, head Midwest. Dime sector notebooks in the internet era. Convey well travel, rare verse aloe vera.
Now we back with an excellent connection. So just getting started, episode 1. And today, listening to some new tunes and putting this together. So by episode 82, 100, it's gonna be rocking and rolling real smooth. Dipping donuts, rusty roof on Dean and University. So bowling green, pilots landing perfectly. No sunscreen, UV rays not hurting me. He don't write hyperbole on this scene, stripping down inadvertently. Rareformdome, smooth approach, written UFO. Smooth approach, written UFO. Okay. Books in the internet era convey well traveled, well versed aloe vera. Tony Gonzalez, brother D Ham, much love, my brother. Super grateful, came through, man. See you booming, man. See you super activated, figuring out the stream. Much love, brother. Some of the new tunes. Got about 7, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 7 of them. And you know how we do the projects, man. We get the 9 records. It was good enough for MJ and Quincy. So, do the 9 projects, put that together, and figuring out how this stream goes right now. Because I'm seeing this saying I'm not getting any data. And it tells me that I have to restart the stream because it starts to rebuffer. But it's also telling me that the stream is healthy. So, and I do not have any of the VPNs open to get just a straight connection. But I think what I'm gonna end up doing is connecting off of the Wi-Fi and just going with the straight LAN connection. But I'm gonna have to figure that out. Gotta get a longer cable. Can't even play that. That was a real fascinating situation with that last record. You know, I don't really go out of my way to inquire why somebody don't rock with what we doing, but the producer who beat that buddy blocked me. You know what I'm saying? I guess I came in too hot. This song right here got a real good energy with the producer. This is a brother named Wishmaster. Real talented dude. And he get down on that duty. This is from the video that actually has the gameplay on the older duty. Leaving debris and dialect. What up? It's Dime again. And vivid rare form Doppler effects. Lovey hit Dime voice start getting the butterflies. Method of choice, heavy breathing, next exercise. Rare wouldn't be nothing without the most high fall here. Goodbye. Karma, summer skies.
Telepathic messages just been on your mind. Never in a rush, precious patience, well timed. Dad taught me firstborn, supplying both. Leader, your cool, rare, gamma ray.
Incredible hope. Dime sector leave a whack MC, a dead man's pulse. As a youngster, hoping dope, studying wise adults. Then life became easier. Jokes got more sleazier. Trying to retype with Dime, right? Strain your trapezium. Esoteric tediums. Edie wins. Until we meet again. Mix these words up together, call it Bo Ideal. Gonna move this to the other screen. It's gonna be a little harder to see it over here, but it's gonna be there anyway. Show me love, that sun is more than what you feel. Rareformdomeness, peace in. You already know he did the foreigners too, my brother. Got the dialectic debris up. Super activated. Go put some of these beats on. Only got one in here. What's this one sound like? Right. Made the OMC board. So now, cause you know, I was on the other forums, man. Like, you know, we've been doing this for a long time, my brother. And the benefit of having these forums, like for any of the youngsters that will watch this on the restream and the replay, that want to get busy and write their rhymes. I know it's a different time. When I came up writing rhymes, we were writing in notebooks and notepads. Now, we elevated, and then we were doing it online. You see, anybody that was on the internet from 99, 2000s, the early 2000s, we were writing the rhymes online on the boards. And so now, it's pretty good to have like my own forum to where I can just come up here and get busy. And, you know, I put the material on other forums too, just so it can reach out to a larger audience as well. Some of them sites that we frequented back in the day. Now, mind you, whenever you put your art out there, you're gonna have all types of encounters, and that's super activated, and it's a free country, so it's necessary. But let's see how this verse goes. It says, super grateful up in the land of the living, above ground, dumbfound, rare form forgiven. Once upon a space-time light exhibition, low frequency cognition, poor nutrition, suits of flesh rotting at best, pardon the risen. Formulas can't feel, say it, mathematicians. Yeah, see you later, old world, farewell, the ordo vision. Deep sea jawless fishes, so far from vicious. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like that one right there. The golden sunsets are never inauspicious. Mulberries water the roots, so delicious. Real nice little piece, little flow. Didn't write that to this beat. Now mind you, putting that extra energy into it just outside of just reading it, MC should be able to make any verse that they write go to any beat. Doesn't matter. It's about that delivery and taking that time to uncover what the delivery really is and how it moves and how it sounds. Okay, let's see this one right here. Let's see what this one looks like. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Brother can't see. It says, books, we're from downsize, most in storage, space, time, dime, debug the script and story, live this day now, see the sun high up before thee, dime show with shorty's goals, retired by 40, raise a godly man up, just can't force it, got him super activated, got him checking his sources, resting on the island of peace, sacred fortress, most high will be verified, chariots and horses. Yeah, I like that one right there. On fire, man wave through obstacle courses, ocean big wave surfing, but the board split. So we're gonna close out the iTunes. And then, so we go to the site, super activated. Built the site from scratch using the digital ocean, and it runs up real cool, it's real fast. It's pretty pleased. Let's go ahead and listen to some of these tracks up on here. Just a nice little 30-second samples. I could tell in the stream there's a little bit of latency, so the delay. Fascinated to see how this works moving forward, being that this is the first episode. Let y'all hear a little bit of the work that the brother's been working on. Been at this for a minute, for a long time it seems, but it's really a short time, because how long we been on this earth, how long has this planet been here? So it's like, yeah, okay, 38 years, man, that's not that long. Especially when you talk to a lot of the old timers. The old timers look at you and be like, man, you still a youngster. You know what I'm saying? Get to 85, 87 years old, looking for that. I like this one right here. I did a song to this. I did a track to this one. Go to the YouTube. Yeah, I like this one right here. Okay, there go that brother Curtis up there, man, in the top of the stream. There go that brother New Breed. Yeah, y'all get a little see what we looking at. You see that brother Leroy. And see the good, decent brother Hines. Yeah. A lot of these brothers activate a brother to come out here and do the live streams. Super powerful. Let's go to the channel. Go to the video. Go to my channel. We're growing, increasing. 24 subscribers. Did 2 videos. Running the live now, right now. So let me go ahead and just pause these and we can get into that video. Bring that up. I had a lot of fun shooting this. All these videos shoot on the iPhone. Don't shoot them with any other DSLR cameras. We have a DSLR camera. We had that Nikon D750. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It's not gonna let it play? Man, that's crazy. Can't play the video and stream at the same time. It's looking like it's not gonna let it go through.
Tried and true. Bumped in there, you got the blue.
Slow quality.
Menu, back and see. Order of the day. Rare eating good with both hands in a well-mannered way. Big secret for the uninitiated outside the beltway. What done right ignites like big lighters and hairsprays. Burning bridges, shattering out for numerical displays. Verses, home servers leave radioactive decay. Lovey's love, just Massachusetts, Bombay. Grandma said, baby, the most high make the way. Grandpa told me overcharge them, never pay. Habits die hard in and out the maze. Madam, come here. We share worldview. You wanna know rare new hobby? Nah, it ain't true. Tried and true. Bumped in it, you out the blue. Through and through. Submit chap, so it do. But folk that on purpose, my fears you'll tend to. Dime sex born free. Moving like he tend to. Lovey Dominican. Bacon with apples from Peru. Blowing rare kisses while she paddle my canoe. Madam, come here. We share worldview. Wanna know rare new habit? Nah, it ain't true. Tried and true. Bumped in there, you got the blue.
Really appreciate you coming through, fam. You know what I'm saying?
So we do.
Super activated, brother.
We share worldview. Wanna know rare new
I'll
habit?
turn this microphone up just a little bit.
Tried and true. Bumped in there, you got
See, we got the boom arm now, you know what I'm saying? We had to put up the old mic.
So we do.
You know what I mean?
Had
that old mic. That original one. Can't beat it. We got some new technology.
Just like that. In the Most High's garden. Adjusted and relax. Hot cinnamon, spiced tea with water out the tap.
And my brother was like, drink more water. He don't drink no soda. You know what I'm saying? He don't like no juice. Brother said, drink more water. And the thing my brother told me that stuck with me. My brother told me, you know what I'm saying, just keep moving, keep walking, keep going. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of the visuals that we do. That walk in our strength is super empowering. You get to know yourself, get out there in the world, see the world for what it truly is. Keep your head held high. When this world wants you to put your head down, but we wasn't born with a spirit of fear. We were born to honor the Most High. That's why we got life. It's super fascinating.
So we do.
Share worldview. Wanna share worldview? You wanna know rare new hobby? Share worldview. Lovey blocked me after I told her that. It's funny, man. That brother Bella Fees was like, yeah, you must have told her something crazy. I told her king crab legs, boiling water, got her dancing. She was like, nah. I talked to my pops about it. Pop was like, man, she probably thought you was crazy, man. So, you know, brother bread not done. It's all good. Most High will be verified. Yeah, I like that one right there. Let me go to this one right here. This video right here. I like this one a lot. Man, the end screen went too fast. Went way too fast. Let's see. Let me go back to the channel. And then it's a slow version of the song. I did the slow version and the fast version. But the reason why I like this faster version is because it got me an opportunity. I take a lot of pictures of the moon called the Lunar Study. And in the Lunar Study, We take a lot of still images of the moon from around the world. We accumulated hundreds, if not thousands, of pictures of the moon from some of the traveling that we've done. And we did the video by taking all those single still shots and then put them together. Convo and volunteer to Eddie. Big old fatty couldn't have it in scrub khakis. Epic night in the UK by Westminster Abbey. Another flight, Mumbai private driver was Iraqi. 9% Kingfisher for Don Madam or the daiquiri. Lit the difference between satisfied or satisfactory. Most high, let Dime apply words actively. Just like David with his sling, check the accuracy. Whack 'em see, get too close, burn up to the 10th degree. District space-time artifacts, off-top dialectic debris. Might get some more water. Be right back.
Trust Don, he could think for both of us. Trust Don, he could think for both of us. Trust Don, he could think for both of us. We're things that you think too much. We're things that you think too much. We're things that you think too much. Trust Don, he could think for both of us. Trust Don, he could think for both of us. Trust Don, he could think for both of us. Always just right for the picking. Burn fast, laborers go missing. Life get no pass on wishing. Visions, ashes act in sedition.
That's the price of admission. Unbalanced scales posing fair with ambition.
I riddle the logician. Without a vision, couldn't spot the contradiction.
Sector on the voyage for a godly man. Unfavorable expedition. Fam, I'm looking to figure out the way so I can turn you into a moderator. There we go. Just right clicked it. Yeah, buddy.
Smooth transition.
Yeah, my brother. So now you got the moderator, because you know more than likely as the stream grows, I super appreciate you coming through. And those days that I do stream where our schedules don't conflict, I think there's gonna be some times where, you know, just by the nature of the internet, you and I both know how this internet thing goes. By the nature of that, there gonna have to be some individuals that we get up out of here. We don't think it's for censorship because it's a free country. So we can say what you want to say, but we're not going to encourage or activate any negativity. We're not going to do that. We're not going to have that around. We focus on the spirit of perfect harmony at all times. Look at this, got some stuff up here. See, this is that brother Roberto. I can remember the thumbnail. That's Roberto. This brother, I've seen him before with the brother Curtis, so super activated to him as well. Yeah, this guy right here, that's Earl. He got some real powerful insights. Let's see what beat this is. Let's go listen to that re-root. Let's go see what that sounds like. Just go through some of these. Got the ads in here. I'm not getting any bread off any of the ads because the channel is just starting. But that's what's super fascinating about YouTube. I've never seen any platform where it's like literally all you had to do is update and build the music or whatever your art is and your content and put it in a video format, then upload that. Man, you can't beat it. And especially it's a long play. It's over time. So we already are taking into an account that more than likely this is a 2-year play. You know, started it a year and a half ago and then uploaded 2 videos that never did anything on the YouTube. Came back in the summer of 2021. No, summer of 2020. We haven't got to the 2021 yet. So in 2020, I was like, all right, built some different relationships, got some different affiliations. You know, you have your different performance rights organizations that if you want to have, you know, a location of control over what your art is and not give that responsibility to somebody else, you administrate it yourself. There are a few entities that you're gonna have to align yourself with. Performance rights organizations are one. We got with the performance rights organization back in 2007 when we were out doing shows in the city and putting out those CDs. I know you remember those CDs, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I have a whole bunch of them. All them CDs, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still got the Fruity Loop CD. I showed you the other day, you know what I'm saying? You already know this. You already know who that is. That's that brother Now Sense. I haven't talked to that brother in years, man. Much love to that brother. So all these different little CDs, I know you know these. I know you know about these, man. You know what I'm saying? Them 1,099 hours, you got that master screen name, it was a wrap. It was over with. Super activated. You know what I'm saying? I like this little piece right here going on. I like the visuals. You know, it's real psychedelic. And moving forward, so we're gonna take a little time to speak what our vision is for these Just Getting Started. And I actually just got the name for this live stream. I've been thinking about the name for a few days, if not a few weeks, because I've just started going to different people's live streams. Because a lot of times, like, I'm working around getting it out of my head while I'm going to somebody else's live stream. I can't do the things that I'm want to be doing. But then I thought about it. I was like, nah, show support for other brothers that are out here activating. I say shooting up the flare. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't want nobody to hold our hand and take us to get us to where we got to go. But it's like, once you get to the location and the brothers need to get to that location, they were dropped off somewhere else. You shoot those flares up so you get that idea of where to go. So I had an encounter this morning, you know, wake up early, you know, 4:30 in the morning, right on over sleep. So he's up real early and saw this brother. He got the 82 in his name. And you know how I'm about that 82. Dime Sector, 10 dimensions of thought. 8 and 2 is 10. And that's my birth year. So it was like, yeah, okay. I respect that. I see that. And he talked about the ducks. You already know how I be out here watching the ducks on the balcony, man. And those ducks is crazy. They super territorial. So, but the brother, we got into a conversation and it was fascinating. And what he said, I didn't really take it personal, but I didn't like what the brother said. I was like, okay, yeah, okay, brother. Yeah, okay. Because, you know, with these live streams, you get a lot of people coming into the stream, you know, begging for money. Can you send me something? Can you do something for me? Can you help me out? And things of that nature, rather than just soaking up the information and getting that insight. But the brother, he dropped a lot of good points and had a very fascinating energy, you know, that I identify with. And that's what I like looking for when it's people that I'm learning from. I learn from a very specific type of person. Because a lot of times, man, out here, especially when you've been really loved and you got a lot of loved ones and you've been exposed to people who doing it real big, not just talking, not the vanity metrics, like the highest of the heights that you could think. I remember one time back in the Bay, the brother said he came to the spot, one of the family members, you know, Cousin Eric, one of Cousin Eric's partners, came through. Brother told me, look me dead in my face. He said, "It's good as it gets." And I was sitting there like, I appreciate that, my brother, but nah, man, we got somewhere else we looking to take this to. And these are the activities that it's super fascinating because I didn't know it then. 2007, we putting CDs out, going to the Walmart, buying the 200 pack, buying 400 CDs every 2 weeks, getting in the car, driving through the city, jumping out. Do you like hip hop? You really like hip hop? Hey, if you like hip hop, you know, check this out. We got something going on. You like hip hop? Yeah? Okay, we got something for you. And so at that point in time, we was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were there before YouTube, before there was ever even a YouTube. Oh, shout out right there. Like, big up. I'm definitely gonna take that. You already know my brother. He didn't show up on the screen. I'm talking to like that brother who I be looking to talk to. Like, when I see you, I be like, I'm glad to talk to you. But Pop, let me get back to you because I'm actually running my first live stream. I got the brother D-Ham up in here with me. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, love you, Pop. You know what I'm talking about? That's my Pop right there. Choo Choo Charlie's son. That real brother. No nonsense brother, but decent brother. Love that man. You know what I'm saying? Love him dearly. Always good to see him. When I see him a lot of times when he pop up on the screen, I'd be like, yeah, that's just the man I wanted to talk to. It's just the man I wanted to talk to. And I said, that's Pop. You know what I'm saying? Put a smile on the brother face. Very pleased, very grateful, super activated. I know, brother, you always been supportive, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's you, it breeds. Both of y'all be like, when we first was gonna link, we was gonna thump heads. We was gonna bump heads. I'd be like, nah, I didn't remember it. But I was on it like that. We were on that. We were like, drop the address before that became something that it is now. It's not even a joke and matter because it's like really, people are in a lot of pain and it's a lot of struggles out here. And in the internet, we get into these encounters and bump heads with individuals, and not everybody is really activated with what they're bringing on the internet. That's not really how they coming in the real world. They got a whole lot of other different things going on in the real world that causes them to behave the way they do online. And we were them type of youngsters that it was like, yes, we behaving like that online and offline. And super grateful that, you know what I'm saying, it's basically be spared. You know, be spared and be thankful and not use our tongue and our mind and our thoughts to put people down. Appreciate that, my brother. You know what I'm saying? We got a few of them beats, man. You know what I'm saying? Back when we was on the Phantom, that S88. Bowman got the 100% SEO score. Figuring this out. This is the 2 buddy. That's what you see at the top of the screen. Been using that. First time I got the 2 buddy was from the brother Roberto Blake. Big up to that brother. Super activated with the videography and the YouTube. Anybody want to learn about a YouTube, that brother right there, he got the best information that, you know, I related to when I see it. I'm super grateful that I came across what that man is doing. But that 2 buddy, man, if you don't have 2 buddy and you doing YouTube, you are literally fishing in the dark at night without a line. Without a line. Man, I appreciate that, my brother. Yeah, man, keep the browser open, man. Super activated. Hit it with a like. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Do the YouTube thing. Remember, we talked about that years ago. Said, you know, like, share, subscribe. And that's cool. I understand the nature of this business. That's why I throw in there a little different effect. It's like, share, and subscribe. Or not, because it is a free country. They can hit the thumbs up or they can hit the thumbs down. So it's super positive knowing, and I'm super grateful, my brother, given how long, you know what I'm saying, we've been rocking, man. So you always show support. And that's why I'm glad that, you know how I used to keep it. It was like I'm a very private man. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the spotlight, essentially. I had a lot of attention from what was going on in the world around me and the people around me, and super activated. So I always played the background a lot, but I was activated, getting busy. And from that point, you know, it's like if you didn't come to the spot, if you didn't come around, or we didn't give you the music directly or give you the CD, then you probably would never even know it. You just see, man, who is that brother right there on? What's he doing? What's he got going on? So it's dope now that with this platform and the decision that was made to use YouTube specifically, running on my own site and with the YouTube and on Twitter, but I'm not really interested in building a big following on social media because I like to manage how many other minds I let into my mind. When I was teaching and I had my students, that was one of the big things that we would talk about. It's like when we're in a group, there's multiple hemispheres of brain involved. And it's not always easy to manage multiple hemispheres of the brain. I got my own 2 hemispheres of brain. And thankful to the Most High that be able to manage that daily, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. And so when we get into a group, 10, 15, 20 people, you know, we got to take into account that's 2 hemispheres of brain as well. And then having that be in a spirit of perfect harmony and you just can't beat that. You just cannot beat that. And so now we get to share our music with our loved ones and the ones who value us, because the love that we've received in this planet, I can't even begin to express it in words. It's like been loved every single day. And so it's important to show that love back and share that love and keep it activated, even when it may not be what it is. You know what I'm saying? You may be feeling down. That's why it's super powerful to go out and walk and take some time, go deal with my plants, and build this music.
Hi,
So a lot of these beats.
I'm a songwriter, producer, and
Okay,
artist.
man, they got the
Welcome
ads running. That's cool. So that's giving some good signs of what will be. Right here, this one's called Relax. You know, with our titles, super important with the titles. You know, write philosophical rhymes to nice gaming beats. Booming. Right. Let's see if we got a verse for this. Go back to the MC board. If you want to come to the boards, super positive attitude, spirit of perfect harmony, it's dialecticdebris.proboards.com. Send the registration. Boom, boom. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go to this granddad house. Pick up to my grandpa. A dad's huddling love for his sons really counts. Power in amounts, most high announce. No breaks evil, where word take the crash out. AI fragile chat bouts, walk with a glass mouth. Get there, where homie, where that map bout. Big legacy, riding past granddad house. 7 funerals, the same cemetery route. Doubts, other sides of the tracks from Rouse. Rusty roof doing donuts, then we gotta bounce. Once upon a space-time in the deep south. I wanna get that one again. Let me hear that again. Let's go back, let's run that one again. Yeah, check it. A dad's hugging love for his sons really counts. Power in amounts, most high announce. No breaks, eagle, won't rare to crash out. AI fragile chatbots, right with a glass mouth. Get there, where homie, what that map bout? Big legacy, riding past granddad's house. 7 funerals, the same cemetery route. Doubts, other side of the tracks from Rouse. Rusty roof doing donuts, now we gotta bounce. Once upon a space-time in the deep south. Yeah, I like that one right there. What you think about these ones, brother? You know what I'm saying? I know you got your pen, man. You take that time, and it's not like 16, 20 bars, you know, you just go ahead and write those little 10. Write 5, start with 2, start with the first word. Let's check out this Alpine Glacier. See what that's talking about. Okay, yeah, check it. Thank you Most High for mercy in your favor. Last night, my uncle body didn't wake up. Dialectic debris over what comes later. Godspeed, light pressure, so big wager. Art paper, dime draw nice with no eraser. What's safer? Scaling down an Alpine glacier? Mismatched philosophy, the betrayer's nature. Hard labor, dime Yoda, sober baby Vaders. Make wise decisions, daily risk and take races. Icebreaker, rubbernecks, and ambulance chasers. Gotta get that one right, man. That's a cool one right there. What's that say? It says mismatched philosophies, the betrayer's nature. Hard labor, dime Yoda, sober baby Vaders. Make wise decisions daily, risk-taking ski racer, icebreaker, rubberneckers, and ambulance chasers. Yeah, super please, super please. What other ones we got going on here? We put up 28 beats onto the YouTube right now. And the goal, see the strategy behind this, when we started posting onto the internet, because we were really like, nah, it's not for everybody. This is just for the loved ones. This is just for those who appreciates what we got going on and support what we do. And it wasn't for everybody. It was just art and a way for a brother to express himself and share his ideas to the world. Not necessarily the world at large and at scale, because we're already in there and out there in that world and have been all around this globe. Like, I can't even, with the exceptions of New Zealand and Australia and South America, it's not a continent that a brother has not touched soil on. So since that was the case, we would go there, but it wasn't about, hey, man, check out my music, listen to my music. Music was more therapeutic at that point. But I understand now over those decades of actually producing and creating music and collaborating and working with people and learning from different people, that it was like, yeah, okay, I understand. And we got this body of work, and then got to the SoundCloud. That was the first place that I ever had saw a dime from any like music money, was on the SoundCloud. And it wasn't a lot of money, it was a couple of cents, but it was like, oh, this is how it works? Okay. And so let's take these little projects and pieces. And the beautiful thing about it is, if you do happen to spend that time as you're a youngster, because I see a lot of youngsters right now, they want to get to the business and get to the money of this thing. But it's like, nah, build yourself a body of work first. Get yourself 100 songs. Get yourself 60 beats or whatever it is. You know, you got to start with one, but just build it up over time. And it's very difficult. And that's what I realized at this point, that back then I was so focused on the creative aspect of it. That's what I was focused on at all times, with the creative aspect. I wasn't really thinking about the business. Now, mind you, I got a background in business, so I knew at the time, like, I had the name, I had the brand, bought the domains. Like the Let's Talk Beats domain, I bought that in 2009. It took to 2021 for me to get my EIN number for Let's Talk Beats. That's why nothing can be rushed. It's very determined. Like, I could have forced that through. It's like, yeah, well, what didn't you do? Why didn't you do this? We got a no negative self-talk policy. And we really don't sit there and take audits of ourselves, because we believe Most High will be verified. It wasn't until January 2021 that Letstalkbeats.com was supposed to be what it is, even though I bought the domain in 2009 and had been making beats since 2006, really. First beat was way back in the day in Roscoe's parents' basement when we used that sample out the video. That was with the tape cassettes back then. It was super fascinating. But like, seriously getting activated, 2006, 2007, and that time that it took to build the work consistently, year in and year out. Like, my brother, you know how it's been. Like, brother's been activated with the music and the arts. It's not just the music, the arts, the graphics, the editing, everything. Because in one mindset, I did have a lot of control issues. I didn't want nobody else to do anything. I didn't want them to do nothing, because it's almost like something that my mother had told me when I was in my 20s. She said, you never go into any situation as higher help. And it's like, okay, yeah, I understand that. And so it's like, what I realized from that is the time that it took to do all of these different things by myself, so I could have that control over what my art was sounding like and looking like. What that did was, it allowed me to build a body of work, but the business wasn't being handled. The business wasn't being handled. The creativity was handling it, and that creativity is there, but the business part wasn't right. And it's like, okay, you walk around with your head held high all day. I remember a time with my granddad, super activated brother, granddaddy, one of them guys that's just like one of them super activated brothers. Granddaddy told me I used to walk around with a lot of suits. I used to wear business suits all the time, a lot of different business suits. Granddaddy said, you wearing all these business suits, you don't got no sales. Go ahead and put a price tag on it. I said, Granddaddy, it's like that? And he was like, yeah, it's like that. And then moving forward, now that was some years ago. And of course, over time, you just build and increase, and you keep going. You don't stop. You trust in the Most High. Trust in the Most High. And had a billionaire tell me, I was like 26. I'm not going to say his name, but he up there, he told me you don't need a plan till you 36. Pardon me. At that time, I thought he was actually playing with me. Like, why would you tell me that? Because I'm trying to get to it. And it's like, in our society, there is this addiction to speed and velocity. You have to produce, you have to produce, you have to keep producing, overproduce. And when you have like high performance in your DNA, it's like you can do that. But what winds up happening, especially if we observe time and we observe history and people, and we talk and we share and listen to other people's stories, you come to find out that not for just show or vanity metrics, people at the top of their game, are unfulfilled. They're unhappy. They're struggling. There's tough realities out here that we deal with inside of our minds. But if from the outside looking in, it's like I told you what the brother told me back in the Bay. He said, man, this is good as it gets. And it's like, nah, brother, I may not be It may not be what we think it is or what it all seems. So to get to this position and condition, to be able to share, grow, and increase, it's very pleasing. And we're going to keep running it up. See, these were the first two. I just got down to it. That was a year ago. And it's so funny to me. I have videos from a year ago that only had 37 views, 19 views from a video from a year ago. But then something I did 10 months ago got 193. Something I did 8 months ago has 58. Where's another one? The most successful video is the recording of fire vocals and those verse vocals. And so I'm looking forward to doing that. And that's what I think is super activating about having the MC boards the way we have it set up, because we have all these verses going. There's no problem if that's something that the people would like to see, some of the youngsters and the guys in the same age bracket as us, you know, and guys older, like I inspire older guys as well. In the same way, it's like you can learn from each other, no matter if you older than me or if you younger than me. You could be younger than me and I can learn something from you. And I could be older than you and you could be learning something. And it works back and it's a good interaction. So it's super fascinating that the recording the verse vocals is the video that has been the most successful out of all of the videos. I would have had my strategy was like, okay, yeah, it's going to be the beat videos. But I think there are a lot of people out there that want to rhyme. I used to say when I was younger, everybody's an MC. Everybody can rap. Everybody's not a dope MC. Everybody's not a nice MC. Some people are whack MCs. Some people are phony MCs. And that's okay because it's a free country. But everybody has a right to create. That's why I don't really believe anything is whack. I may not like it. It may not resonate at a frequency that my ears want to hear because they're my ears and they resonate to a certain frequency. And if it doesn't go at that frequency that my ears like, I'm not going to hear it. That's why it's like, okay, you don't got to like it. And that's fine. It's perfectly fine. But if you do like it and you do love it, that's also even perfectly fine. So we can do more of these recording verse vocals for the guys out there that may be interested in knowing, okay, well, what is the process? What does it look like? How does that go? And we're going to keep doing that, and we're going to keep looking to get more of that in here. I want to put this activated on. This is that study music that tells a fantastic story. I'm not getting no money off any of these ads, and that's funny that YouTube did that.
Hi.
It actually makes me think about something from the artist's perspective. These third-party platforms, right? Because in the business of music, which is what I'm learning about more, super grateful, never signed away anything. Want to make that note too. Never signed away anything. Never did a deal with anybody. I told you what my mama told me. She said never go into anything as higher help. So I knew from beginning not to really put myself and connect myself to anything that wouldn't be ultimately serving and in my favor. So these beats and these tracks, man, just lost what I was thinking, man. I be thinking, man, I be going so fast in my mind and want to slow it down. I'm like, what was I just talking about, man? What was I just talking about? But cause I'm looking at these visuals, like, okay, I know what I was talking about, right? Doing the videos of the verses and just basically just going through like, okay, like it would be as simple as bringing this beat into the software and then recording the process. I do a 10-take method. I do 10 times, boom, 1, 2, 3, all the way through 10. And then once I get that, I get a composite from that and then put those together. And it's a real nice style and a nice formula. And it works real well. And I'm fascinated that that's what people were interested in seeing most from the channel. So we're going to bring that too, because this is going to be a real interdisciplinary platform. This platform is not just going to be beats or tutorials. And I know that a lot of the information on YouTube tells to niche down and really double down on one thing. And I respect that because I don't like multitasking. It's always been out of necessity rather than out of a desire to do that. I didn't want to make beats. I just wanted to write rhymes. But I never found any real producers. Like the first producer I knew was back in the 90s, late 90s, was a brother named Eterna O. Eterna OO. First cat that I had linked up with, he lived out in the Queens at the time. Back then I was living in Brooklyn. And we linked. I remember one time, funny story, went to his spot, he had the records, he had the record player, he put the records on, had the beats. was in there rapping. He had this samurai sword. I took the samurai sword, and while we were talking and recording, I cut my hand with the samurai sword and put it into the rap. And he was like, man, that was just so dope. You know, just kind of back then it was a lot of freestyling off the top of the domes and keeping that going. Yeah, I like this one right here. I like this one right here. So the channel is going to be very interdisciplinary. It's not going to be, because there are no rules here. Dr. Desert told me that. After he told me my thinking was vacuous. Told me my thinking was vacuous. I respect him for that, because my thinking got stronger after that. Let's go to the next one. We got so many up here, and it's super fun. It's super fun to just actually participate and be in a position and condition to
I'm Charlie Puth.
Learn.
I'm a songwriter,
What up,
producer,
Charlie?
and artist.
I like that name, man. I love that name. Cool name. You in my stream, man. My live stream. Let's go to this one. This one's called Bless. Colorful music that tells a fantastic story. Another 100%. Let me see the rankings for this. 2 buddy. Okay, we got 1 and 9, and this isn't working. So one day, that's something else that we have to do. Doing all this other metadata. This is what I guys had mentioned. Doing a lot of multitasking. If you're gonna do this thing and you starting off by yourself and you got family, you got loved ones that support you and show you love, but they also have their own lives as well and the things and their goals that they're working on. So you may have to double down for a period of time and learn these skill sets. You may have to learn how to write your rhymes. You may have to then learn how to record your rhymes. That's going to teach you mixing and mastering. You may then have to learn how to make your own beats. This is going to teach you compositions and production. And each one of those skill sets works together for music on the internet era. If you want to do anything with music or art in the internet era, having multiple skill sets does help you and give you an advantage. And then you can reach out and put yourself on the radar of other people like-minded that are doing the same thing and similar. And then y'all can grow and increase together. And if not, so be it. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? We only here for a little bit of time, a short while on borrowed space time. Boom. Got some nice feedback, real nice feedback. Love the feedback. Big up to the brother Adams. Big up to Sinlocks. So we'll come back in here and do new tags and get those tags to rank. And I think that that's what's the success of these more recent videos. Now this is from August 30th, 2020. It's been a while, like, and not because it was like, okay, I started it and I didn't finish it. Nah, I was told, see, I'm a Williams, I'm really a Johnson, but I'm also a Williams, and I was told Williams don't start nothing we don't finish. And that just sound good, but with the person who told me it, granted he meant that when he said that. It was not a game or a joke that he was saying. He like really meant that. And so the time frame, haven't uploaded anything to YouTube since. Now, mind you, I look at the YouTube as a art. This is not content to me. This is art. But I need to focus more on the business. So let's just cover it real quick. We'll do more videos over this in the future. But let's see. We got the MLC, made that affiliation. What's up? We got the ASCAP. Go there. We have to do that. Then we had the Harry Fox. Then we did that. Then there was the Sound Exchange. We did that. Should come up. And then there's the Music Report. Right. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 different affiliations that are absolutely necessary for the business. This is the back end. Now, I learned the business crash course, jump right in, head first, after a decade plus of just doing the art. And being grateful, like I said to the Most High, like I never signed any bad deals. I never made any agreements. Brothers talking about, you got to give me this in perpetuity, and nah, like, I want to keep all of it. So my youngsters can have it, and those that come after me can have it. I'm not really looking to give up any location of control in this common enterprise. But I would not have been able to build the relationship and join the MLC if I was uploading to YouTube. There's a lot of things to do to run a business, especially if you're the founder, the director. You don't have the luxury of saying, okay, well, I'm going to take this day off and I'm not going to do this for the business. I'm not going to focus on this for the business. I'm going to do something else. So I'm just going to do the art. I did that for 15 years, just doing the art, just doing the art, just doing the art. Keep going, doing the art, new pieces, new projects. It's vanity metric, but 10 plus albums, self-produced. First album, Heart of the State, that had production from a lot of the guys in the original world of like beats online. So that's why I find it super fascinating inside of the producer community, because there are a lot of young guys here. There are a lot of guys in their 20s and they're doing it real big. And you got guys like my age who've been around on the internet and saw all of this happen. Now you could see something happen and be focused on something else. So you may not get in on an opportunity when it happens. But it's like, well, there's been an online beat selling community for decades now. And a lot of people lobby for, like, I was the first and we were the first here and things of that nature, but a lot of them weren't. But we're not going to here to call nobody out. That's not really our purpose or our job to be like, well, I don't remember you. And it's like, well, who are you? Well, I mean, I'm a guy that's been on the internet since I was a kid, teenager. Like, so we grew up in this era and actually saw it. It's funny. I'm going to actually go to it. There's a post. It's from like way back in 2002. Dude talking about I'm one of the greatest internet MCs of all time. It's so funny to me because it's like now, it's like everybody is an internet MC. Back then, it was like, nah, you rap on the internet. Just like how it was in the 90s, was like retards attempting poetry. Rap is crap. It wasn't really popular. It was not the in thing to do now where it's like everybody is down. Everybody is down. Wannabes. Everybody want to be down. But it's like no disrespect. It's like it's cool. You can be down and it's all right to be down. But look at this right here. This is one of the original. These are a lot of original old forms and things like that. There's so much that's going on in the internet. What's that buddy said? I just couldn't do 10. This is my top 30 list. Curse words. One of the originals. Like original. Like AOL type times, before there was websites, before there were places on the internet for you to post your music and do your music and things of that nature. A lot of it was just like on forums and message boards and private folders. And there was a lot of guys, like there's 30 names, like all of these guys were internet MCs and posting music onto the internet in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, and before that. The guys before that, it's like guys like Age Words. So many different names I could go through my mind. I don't remember all of them because a lot of times this was a long time ago, kind of like, and it's kind of like a fog. But where we go, we scroll down. Look at all these different MCs, and the guy says good things about them. But we get down to the bottom. Last but not least, I see my brother MC Greg Brady up there. Had a super talk with my brother a few days ago. Super grateful. Got to hear his voice and hear that he's doing things and still putting one foot in front of the other. But you look down there, you say Dime Sector, one of the grandfathers of A.O. Rhymin', been here since 2.1, if I remember back right, back in the JFC days. Now, for those who don't know, on the internet back years ago, like when it really first started, there were a lot of MC crews, a lot of guys. Like I see production teams, and I haven't really seen any MC crews lately online, on Twitter, on YouTube. But there were like bands of guys, 10, 20, 30, 40 deep. They all had their own crew. And you come into the chat rooms, you come online, and it was like battles and all types of stuff, groupies, and super fascinating. So back in the JFC days, the JFC stands for the Juvenile Freestyle Cartel. The founder of the Juvenile Freestyle Cartel was a brother named JFC Sniper. You had to go through all types of initiations to get in, drop rhymes, battle. You may have to battle like 10 people in the crew. And if your rhymes weren't right, if your rhymes weren't nice, you weren't going to get in. At that time, I was JFC X Raptor because I just really like to get busy. He says chat battles are dope. dope as hell. He doesn't use a lot of punches, mostly wordplay and dissing. And he is so fast that he is often accused of using writtens. Trust me, he ain't. He's just that good and has a lot of experience. And that was back when we was a youngster, long time ago. But it's super fascinating now, given this type of nature of history online, creatively doing that and linking with people and linking with guys to see what the internet is and see how you can like literally run a business. You can put yourself in a position and condition to be of assistance to your loved ones and your family. You can actually do things that encourage and motivate positive, proper mental health. It's super powerful, but the business has to be done too. That's what I think gets lost. And I'm seeing is lost in a lot of these different encounters that I'm having. Because I'm having, it's not an equal. I did a lyric. It's like unbalanced scales posing fair with ambitions. These are not balanced scales. The amount of people that like show you love versus the disproportion of individuals that don't show you love, like super grateful. Like if you really look at it as a matter of perspective, more times than not, you get way more love than you do get hate, because hate can't take out love. It can never do that. It never has. It may look like that, but that's perception. That's just what it looks like. What it looked like is that's not necessarily what it is. So it's super fascinating to stay positive in a spirit of perfect harmony and focus just like, well, I just want to focus on the love. Nah, it's not about that. We accept all types of feedback because it's a free country. If it wasn't a free country, well then, and I was the dictator, nah, you couldn't say anything you want to. But it's okay. One of my uncles said you can make your mouth say anything. And that's just what it is. So it's super fascinating in this time to be focusing more on the business. So when the YouTube channel slows down, you can best believe the business side is ramping up. And the more the business ramps up, creates more space and more time to do the YouTube. And figuring out that YouTube is one of the only places, like I said, right now, follow their guidelines, follow their rules and things of that nature, and you can create a network and you can create a platform that can really, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing people show me numbers and it's like, okay, I know those numbers. I like those numbers. I got a number in my head. I'm not gonna put that number out there because it's really not about what that number is in my head. Every man has to determine like what that number is. Like, what do you want to generate in your lifetime? How much? What is it? Is it 100,000? Is it 20,000? Is it 200 million? Is it 50 billion? Whatever that number is, and do those things necessary and trust in the Most High, and the Most High will be verified. So as we ramp up on the business, we're not going to log into any of these, you know what I'm saying? But we can, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to put the login up here, you know what I'm saying? Because then you get the email. The only email we really want to put out there is on our website. Because our personal emails and things of that nature, that's something else we've learned over time. Like I had no idea. I bought a beat online. We were using PayPal back in like 2009. Earlier than that, 2006. Did Heart of the State in December 2007. Did all 9 tracks in the last week of December, and we were out putting out physical copies 2008, January and on. Got affiliated with the ASCAP that way from doing that music. Did the beat sell? And I'm not gonna shout brother's name out right now because it doesn't matter really. But that man has gone through the roof. I call it Great Glass Elevator, Charlie Bucket. He done gone Great Glass Elevator. I bought my first beat from him, from somebody else, because I was always making my own music. So I didn't really buy beats from people and whatnot. But I knew a lot of guys that were buying beats. And maybe some of them guys don't even want it to be known. Like one of the biggest beat sellers online, maybe not now and currently, but he was in the JFC. You know what I'm saying? Really like guys that were really activated. We sent the email out to get that beat, and we corresponded through email and PayPal. But I never really liked email. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just give you a little sneak peek. I never liked email. Let's see if it opens up. Does it open up? You see all my emails, man. I got too many. I got way too many. 26,000. 26,000 emails, man. I do not like email at all. I much prefer, like, I know you and I can talk to you on the phone, or you can text me, I can call you. But I understand now, as I'm going against some of the rules that I had established, like I'm not going to be emailing you back and forth and things of that nature. I can see the error in that, because through the email, it is a way to build a relationship, but we were just more focused on actually getting out into the world and reaching people and being touched and reached by other people and whatnot, versus just being online, because we spend so much time online. As we do to this day, we spend a lot of time online. My pop used to call me net man, because I like the internet. It's like you have a great encounter to be able to talk with people, especially if you have basic communication skills. You know, the internet, you can really like reach out and link and talk to different people. So we weren't really sending emails and doing email lists. We started that later on. Like I said, 2021 is when I got my EIN number for Let's Talk Beats. But I bought the domain in 2009. I was just focused on the creativity, falling on my face, traveling the world, learning in life, moving and grooving, having a great time at it. It's like almost having too good of a time. There's a such thing as having too good of a time. And that time that we have, that it's like, man, you look big. It's like, okay, get out the loop. Get out the loop and do the necessary. Know yourself. Handle your business. Trust in the Most High. And that's what we've been doing so far. And I'm super grateful at the response and the different people that we are linking with, because we couldn't be doing this if it weren't a reason. There's a reason behind it. And I'm super grateful that to be in a position and condition right now. And things are getting a little tough. You know, this has not been an easy time period. As I was thinking the other day, like the strong people, every now and then you got to check on them too, because when you're strong, a lot of times you're pouring into people. You're just pouring in, you're pouring in, and you're pouring in. And then it's not being reciprocated. It's not being poured back in. And this is why it's super important for us to be connected with the Most High, because that's like what our source is. Like we see people, it's really fascinating. Like Picasso has quotes about artist steal and this type of the third. And I'm like, I never felt that way. I felt like when I read that or I saw, I was like, Picasso was tripping. He wasn't, because like, why do you need to steal when you have access to the source? And it's like ideas. Nobody has an authority over the idea. A good idea is a good idea. Now, who executes the idea the best, that's what matters. And I think a lot of time it's like, oh, they executed the idea better than me. They stole the idea. Nah, they had access to the infinite intelligence just like everybody else does. The infinite intelligence is the Most High, the fullest of all great ideas. The greatest thing is the creation of this civilization. So we incorporate that into our lifetime. And by doing it, we have access. That's why we've never felt or accepted writer's block. We never accepted that. We never accepted beat block. Not to suggest that there have not been days, weeks, months, years where you not do it. You may not create the music. You may not put out that graphic. You may not edit that video. You may not do any of that for days and weeks on end. But at any given time, having that ability to tap into that creative reservoir and then bring forth the ideas that you have to share with the people in the world. So that's what I'm super pleased about for this channel and this Just Getting Started live stream. We're going to turn it into a podcast. Very decent sister back in 2013 told us to start a podcast. I guess I was too hard-headed because I'm just starting it today. But like I said, Most High will be verified. It wasn't for me to start until today. And keeping that in mind, that it was until today It wasn't yesterday, because I could have hit live stream yesterday, but I didn't. Could have hit it the day before, but I didn't. But today I did. So super grateful and super activated. And I'm glad that as far as I can tell and as far as what I can see, it's working and running real well. So for this being the first episode, my goal is episode 2. On the road to 20, on the road to 28, on the road to 82, Most High will be verified, in which each one looking forward to progress and grow and increase. If you see this on the replay, that's super activated, and I greatly appreciate you for stopping by. To my brother D-Ham, much love and respect, brother. Super grateful and activated to see you in the land of the living. May this reach you up, activated, happy, and healthy. Peace in.